Let's go.
You did it to yourself because you got up there talking shit instead of.
I've been on this platform for a long time. I've done this live stream for almost 9 years, okay? This is by far one of the most ridiculous coping sessions I've ever seen. I know that, but so this dude's saying, yes, me and my friends literally obsessively cyber stalked you over a period of days and weeks, and we looked up everything we could. If we were wrong about you, we cyber-stalked the hell out of the innocent victim until we could get closer to you, and now we're trying to cyber-stalk the hell out of you. And I am such a crybaby that it's your fault that you criticize. He doesn't even say, he doesn't even lie about what Queen Bee did. He's admitting Queen Bee criticized, then admitting what they did. Hold on, let's hear that last part again.
Well, you did it to yourself because you got up there talking shit instead of staying in your own lane.
Because you got up there and talked about me and my friends, says this, I don't know what to call him, hillbilly, I don't know. Because you talked about me and my friends, and she not only talked about you, she dunked on you, she laughed at you, she made fun of you in such an expert kind of comedy kind of way that it entertained over 1,000 people watching. And we know that's why you flipped out. Though, to admit that that's why you guys went on this crazy doxing session. Thank you for this clip, dude. Wow, you guys give us everything. You just deliver it into our hands.
Right? Instead of staying in your own lane.
What does that even mean? Is what if somebody can't criticize you based on what you publicly broadcast on this platform, then how is it that you have a right to do anything that you do? It doesn't make sense because you're coping, because you got busted. You got busted doxing, then you got further busted. Then Betty went live to try to make excuses for why she did it and ended up busting herself even worse. And then you decided you were going to get up there and fix the problem and admitted to everything. You admitted to the entire thing. It's so just chef's kiss cringe. I love it so much.
You couldn't. You had to veer into everybody else's lane.
Your lane? Oh, I am so sorry, Mr. King of the World. Oh, no. If we bring up what you're doing publicly on YouTube, somehow we have veered into your wondrous lane, sir.
Right? All right. Well, now everybody's in your lane. Everybody's in your lane.
Oh, trust me, we don't care. You all are empty threat, lying keyboard warriors. You're welcome in our lane. We don't do what you do, big boy. We don't sit and restrict our lane. Our lane isn't one way. It's wide open. The highway is as wide as it needs to be. We welcome everybody over here. Welcome to our lane.
And your lane is a bad lane to be in. All right.
Oh, no. Queen Bee's lane is the best lane to be in.
It's a bad lane to be in.
Oh, I could make that into a country song. Ready? It's a bad lane to be in. My dog got ran over. I want a cheeseburger. Give me another cheeseburger. I need some whiskey with my truck in my lane. Don't get in my lane. Don't get in my lane. Now the backup singers. Don't get in his lane. Don't get in his lane. He's a country king. Get out of his lane. I don't know what to say here, guys. Not only did this man admit to doxing Queen Bee, he made sure in the clip to be as specific as possible that he was going to cyber stalk you to hell and back. Now, this is what these people do. They try to pretend like the dox is something other than what they're doing, okay? And I know that sounds like a very general statement, but give me a minute, and I'm not going to get into the boring thing I do, but listen. The dox is where if you have to look something up on a person that you're covering, okay? The intent for why you're looking that stuff up is what matters to doxing. Number one, the intent, and number two, how private the information is. Go through the clip really quick, and I will let you know what information the country king hillbilly delivered to us. Does he have a country band? I would say that it's almost impossible that he doesn't own an acoustic guitar that he barely knows how to play, but he thinks he's the best acoustic guitar player that's ever existed. That has to be true. He grabs the acoustic guitar and he starts strumming it, and he's hearing the most beautiful song, and it's just prang, prang, tang, tang, pang, pang. And that's why, you know, when he gets going, oh, stay in your lane, don't come in my lane, or I'll dox the hell out of Queen Bee. Let's hear what he has to say.
You should
hear what he has to say.
You should be in prison for your charges, okay?
Well, I have a lot to say about just that, but I'm going to let that go. So because I have a lot to say there about a true crime YouTuber stating that. You just said they were charges. So if she did it and isn't innocent of these things, didn't she go to prison for them? You said that there is so much I can say from just those words. But what those words admit to us, and this is what idiots who try to pretend to be YouTubers always do, they end up slipping up. He's already revealed his hand. They don't even know which charges are Queen Bee's, which are true, which are not, which have been thrown out, which she is innocent of, like with the Mao thing, where they're trying to say that Mao went to prison and jail for Grand Theft Auto, but it was thrown out. Therefore, Mao's innocent. So what's your point? Oh, there is no point. We just wanted to say that to shame Mao. You know, okay, yeah, you doxed Mao. We know. This is the point that I've been making about this group of people since I stumbled upon them at the beginning of that fraud raiser, is that they are abhorrent doxers. It's what they do. But here we go. Let's get into this.
Robbery, manufacturing of drugs and alcohol to children.
So you said that she was charged with these things. They came out, now I know you have no clue how a guitar works. You have no clue what it's like to own an old dog that'll chase your truck out of the driveway when you leave, right? You have no clue what it's like to beat your wife after drinking a ton of whiskey on a Friday night when she opens her mouth and tries to give her opinion on something which women aren't supposed to do in the country, right? You know nothing about these things, but you seem to be an expert on charges. You see, if you have a charge, the thing that the DA does is press those charges against you, big guy. And you're either innocent or you're guilty. And that's what that record's to show. The record will say, are you guilty of doing this? Are you innocent of this? So which is it, my dude? Because if you're saying she should be in prison, you're basically admitting that she didn't get fully charged. They didn't take her to court. They dropped the charges. Well, we know that that's not Queen Bee for the majority of what you showed, but still, you'd at least think with your expertise on changing the back right tire of a 1963 Ford Bronco, you would know about this, but go ahead.
In your own lane.
Yes, trying to stay in your own lane, unlike when you're racing. Vroom, vroom, come on, Jimmy John Lee, Bobby Deuce, Sam 5. Okay, I can't do it.
You couldn't. In everybody else's lane.
You had to veer into everybody else's lane, like when I'm down at the NASCAR race right after Dad keeps kissing Mom Cousin's lips. Damn it. Stop kissing Mom Cousin while we're at the NASCAR race, Dad Uncle.
Right? Your lane. And your lane is a bad lane to be in. All right?
It's real bad, it's like when that famous NASCAR driver rounded the 53rd right turn and got confused and did a left. It's a bad lane to be in. Dad, Uncle.
It's a bad lane to be in.
Oh, it's a bad lane to be in, a bad lane to be in. Like when you take 57 rights, but you make a left at the NASCAR race. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done. Oh, get out of my lane. Get out of my lane. Get out of my lane. Lane. Welcome to Uni News.
Who? I'm a dunce. Yes, that's true. He's a pedophile. He's a racist. He's a sexist. Yes, that's true. I smell. I'm a dunce. Offensive. Egregious crossdresser. Yes, that's true. Gifted a body that has a lot of shortcomings, okay? Bad back injury. A severely herniated gout. You oozing with grit. Postnasal gout. Gout is a disease that makes you act like an ass. He's a racist. He's a sexist. He's a scammer. He's this. He's that. Yes, that's true. I'm a dunce. I'm a dunce. Yes, that's true. He's a pedophile. He's a racist. He's a sexist. Yes, that's true. I smell.